I welcome you to Prophetic Coins and Prophetic Voices. This is a continuous series, and on this series, we try to focus on what men of God are saying about different kinds of prophetic coins that are available in crypto markets. We want to hear what they are saying about their future price points, future market cap, and other potentials that are in those projects. On this channel, we are checking some things like their older statistics. Is there auto-burn mechanism? The roadmap of different projects. So as we are doing all of these things, we are also trying to listen to what men of God are saying about most of these projects, because we want to try as much as possible to have a balanced view about most of those coins that you are holding in your portfolio. That is why, as you are checking the statistics of the holders, what the chart is saying, the bullishness of the community, we are also trying to listen to what men of God are saying about most of these projects. That is the kind of balanced view that you wish to have about some of the projects that you are sharing on this channel. So in today's series of Prophetic Coins and Prophetic Voices, we'll be looking at two big coins in the market, and these are SHIBA INU and XRP. So we have done a compilation of different voices of men of God about what they are saying concerning these two big projects. And as you are hearing those prices or the market cap, it is still your duty to ask God for confirmation, because your financial decision in crypto market is still your responsibility. So by the way, please like the video and subscribe if you are just watching us for the first time on this channel, so you won't miss out on our next video on prophetic coins and prophetic voices. On this channel, we share crypto updates every day. Alright guys, let's watch what the men of God are saying about SHIBA INU and XRP. And please drop a comment and let me know what you think about their prediction in the comment section below.
Now, this first dream is a SHIBA dream, SHIBA INU dream. Here I am with the SHIBA INU dream, and it has a price point in it. So I was talking to a friend. Well, he's not a friend, but it's someone that I've watched on YouTube for a long time. This is not a wealth transfer YouTuber. This is just someone I watch in my leisure time. I've never heard them talk about investments or anything, but this is the person I'm talking to in the dream, and I know they're doing well financially. They have millions of subscribers on YouTube across multiple channels. So I know they're good financially. Maybe that's why they're the one in the dream. But we're walking and we're talking, and we began talking about investments. And he mentioned how he owned SHIBA during the first run up. And when he mentioned this, when he started to talk about this, I saw his face. He had like a painful look on his face when he brought up SHIBA. And he told me how he did not sell during the first run up. You know, so he was in before it ran the first time, whenever that was, however many years ago, but he didn't sell. And so he regretted not selling. That was why he had the painful look on his face. And we're walking outside in like a kind of shopping center looking kind of deal. Store, you know, strip mall kind of deal, right? And we're just walking through the parking lot, and he tells me how he saw it reach 34 cents. Okay. I know you may be asking questions. Just hear it out. He says he saw it reach 34 cents on that first run up. Now we're outside and we're talking, and then someone across the street from us butts into our conversation. He overhears us. It's a dream, right? And in the real world, you wouldn't be able to hear us if you're literally across the street, but it's a dream. He hears us and he butts in and he says, yeah, it hit 34 cents and then it hit 37 cents. Now I'm thinking, I'm pretty positive SHIBA never went that high, not even on like a wick of a candle or anything like, and I guess they see that puzzle look on my face, and the man across the street reassures me, like, no, multiple people saw this. Multiple people saw it hit 37 cents. And so then my next thing I say is, well, if it hit 37 cents, why are some people struggling to believe it will hit $1? You know, whenever we talk about the prophetic price point of $1, you know, you get these people saying, oh, well, for it to hit $1, all the wealth of the world would have to be in SHIBA. You know, they get to all this silly stuff. And he stops me when I say that. why are people struggling to believe it can hit $1? Because like certainly if it hit 37 cents, of course it can hit $1. And he says, if you're trying to understand how Shiba Inu will hit $1, stop. Stop trying to figure it out. And then he says, Shiba is guaranteed to reach $1. And that's where the dream ended. So my takeaway from the dream, for one, I believe the dream isn't necessarily for me. I believe it's for those who watch my videos and may struggle to believe Shiba can hit $1. If you're trying to understand how, stop. Just have faith, right? Just have faith. Now, with that 34 and 37 cents, even though in my dream I felt like we were talking about the past, could that be the point it hits in the first run up? You know, a lot of people, myself included, have talked about 2 waves of Shiba or 2 spikes, right? Could that be the peak of the first one? Possibly.
It's one of my biggest holdings. One of them. That's a bucket that the Lord showed me a while ago and has been speaking to me ever since the channel blew up and since I got into crypto about Shiba Inu. Like I said, I have 6 price points. Now listen, you're going to need to set up these sell limits, you're going to have to be on an exchange. I can't set them on my cold wallet. They don't work like that. So you need to pray about, listen, this is about getting our house in order. You got to be ready. I know these are the price points that he has shown me, myself or people that I trust. Okay. The first one I want to talk about, the first price point that I have is 0.00022. That is where I am going to pour out a small bucket. I am going to take some profits on that and roll it into other things. Second price point that y'all need to be praying about. And don't just copy my price points, man. Pray about it and get peace for yourself. Okay. Second price point, 0.0012. That one, when that hits, that's a nice little bucket. That's where momentum really starts moving. The third one, that when this third one goes, we're going to be rolling. Okay? 0.008 is what I heard. This now we're starting to enter into life-changing moments. Fourth one, but I want to let you know, the one that I know is from the Lord that I believe I have the most conviction on. At someday, I am not putting a time frame on it saying it's happening this year. I don't know when. I have not got clarity on that. But I believe, no doubt about, in my heart, I feel from the Lord, is Shiba Inu will hit a penny. One day it will hit a penny. And when that does, guys, it's game over. I'm ripping and roaring all across the country, taking my tent. I'm buying a bigger tent. I'm putting 2 tents together. I'm building a whole new feeding program in Africa.
I had a dream yesterday morning, or excuse me, the morning before yesterday. And in this dream, it felt so real. It felt like just like any other day. You know, I woke up in my bed. There was nothing funky or crazy going on. And as I woke up out of my sleep, I was in my bed and I go to check my phone and I opened up CoinMarketCap. And when I opened up CoinMarketCap, I saw that the price of XRP had jumped to $6 per coin. And I was absolutely ecstatic. I was thrilled because XRP is like my biggest investment. And I remember that in the dream, a couple minutes later, I went to go check my phone again, and then the price had jumped even higher. And then I saw the price of it go to $8. Now, this was really awesome, right? I was just, over the moon when I saw this. But it was funny because when I woke up, I was still in the dream. So I was waking up in the dream. And then when I actually woke up and checked my phone, I was a little bit bummed, right? Because I went to see, I was like, okay, wait, am I just, is my mind going crazy here? So when I woke up, I went and checked my phone, and I saw that the price hadn't gone yet. But this got me really excited because that entire day, really, I wasn't even, or the entire day before, I wasn't thinking about crypto at all, to be honest, guys. I'd been, a little bit discouraged lately with crypto and all, just because of how long things are taking. But, I just had to take a step back and trust the Lord. I finally just surrendered and say, okay, Lord, it's not my timing, it's your timing. And, once I let that go, then the Lord gave me this dream. And I got so excited thinking about it because the dream felt so real. It just felt like any other day when I was in the dream when it happened.
I want to share a prophetic word that the Lord has given me about the SHIBA INU cryptocurrency. A few days ago, I prayed, and I was spending some time in prayer, just asking the Lord about the crypto market, and I prayed for a specific word for the SHIBA INU cryptocurrency. And quite shortly after I was praying and asking God these questions, I had this picture, this image come into my mind. I believe it was a prophetic picture from the Lord. And I saw what looked like a large silver-colored train. And this train was right at the beginning of its journey, and this train left the railway station and it was empty. I could see inside the train, I could see the empty seats, the carriages were empty, and this train left the train station, and then it got to its first stop. And when it got to its first stop, a few people jumped on board, found their seats and sat down, and then the train left and it went to its next stop, and it repeatedly did this. And each time the train made its stop at a new train station, more and more people got on board, and the train became like nearly completely full. And by the time the train got to the end of its journey, there was no seats left. There was only standing room only, and the train was packed. Now, I live in England, and I've caught many trains in my life, and I don't know about you where you live, but a lot of the trains in England, in and around the big cities, especially London, they sometimes start their journey quite empty, and by the time they get to their final destination, they're standing room only. They jam-packed, it's full. And I felt like what God was saying is that SHIBA INU is maturing and it is growing. I felt like that in its timeline of moving forward, more and more people are going to be jumping on board the SHIBA INU train. So what does that mean prophetically? I think prophetically that as a cryptocurrency, it's maturing. I think that prophetically as a crypto asset, more and more people are going to be holding SHIBA INU in their portfolios. More and more people are going to be jumping on board with SHIBA INU. And I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't think, according to this prophetic picture anyway, that SHIBA INU is just going to go parabolic overnight and do a 500%. It might do, but I don't think it is. I think that perhaps SHIBA INU prophetically is a cryptocurrency that's going to grow and mature, and more people are going to be on-ramping, I think that's the word, their SHIBA INU into their portfolios. So I think from an investment perspective, the more people that hold SHIBA INU, the more people that buy it, the more people that get on board, whether it's individuals, institutions, organizations, I don't know. It has the potential to increase the value of that cryptocurrency. Perhaps that on-ramping of people is also institutional investors or developers that will help create utility for the SHIBA INU coin.
What's up, guys? You don't know who I am. My name is Evangelist Nay. I'm just going to say a quick dream I had about SHIBA INU. So this is regarding what people are calling the wealth transfer, I believe. And I had this dream, or I woke up from this dream at 12:28 a.m. So at midnight 28. So in the dream, I wrote down, when I woke up, I wrote down this. The stock market was crashing. And cryptocurrency was also going down as well. And so when I was in the stock market crash, I understand that stocks is different than crypto, but I still ended up checking my crypto, specifically Shiba Inu, on Uphold. I realized that my investment in SHIB was going down. I had a thought in a dream that maybe I should take my money out and move it to Coinbase, where I'm able to set sell limits, because Uphold you're only able to set certain sell limits. Anyway, but I didn't move out of fear. I waited because I trusted the Lord with the prophetic price points. I said, but I didn't move out of fear. I waited because I trust the Lord with the prophetic price points. And all of a sudden, it went from me losing money, right, to it jumped up to 0.0013. And there were some numbers afterwards, 0.0013. And if you know anything, Shiba Inu is less than a penny right now. It's like 0.000001, right? But in the dream, it went from me losing money and it jumped up to 0.0013 and some numbers afterwards, maybe 2, 3, some, I don't know. I'm not gonna make up the numbers. And then after, immediately after it jumped up for 0.0013, it jumped up to $10. Shiba Inu jumped up to $10. So in a dream, I went from $10 to $1,000, even though I have more than $10 invested in Shiba Inu, so that part was weird. But anyway, I went from $10 to $1,000. Immediately, I thought, this is the money I can use for the mission trip I'm going on. I am going on a mission trip in real life. So, and then I woke up and said, thank you, Lord. So that is the dream that I had. It had literally, the investment had a 100x increase, right? 1,000 divided by 10 is 100. So that is a dream. I'm not going to take away from it. Hopefully it's confirmation for some of you.
So today I want to talk to you about a means I believe that God is providing finances for this next big wave of God. And of course, in the title, you see Shiba Inu. And I believe Shiba Inu is going to go over $1. I want to talk to you why I believe that. I'm not an analyst. I'm not a technical trade. I might point to the graph a little bit, but God has given me pictures, insight, and sometimes just a notice that something's going on. So God speaks through many ways. And anyways, I'm going to show you why I think Shiba Inu is going to be a coin or a cryptocurrency that's going to make many wealthy. So, all right, so back in last year, it was literally about a year ago, I learned about cryptocurrencies through a friend. He said, hey, have you ever looked at this? And so I learned about Bitcoin, and of course, Bitcoin in the $30,000, $40,000 range. I don't know, well, I can't afford that. That's kind of crazy. But then I got looking at other smaller market cap coins, and Shiba Inu came up, and I'm like, oh, no, that's a nice, interesting looking coin. It's decentralized, community driven, and I thought, that sounds like the heart of God, and that sounds like the heart of the young people right now, that they really want to seek and hear what God, and they want to have some control over their lives. And so I felt this is going to go somewhere. And it was 5 zeros, I don't know, maybe in the 80s when I first started looking at it, I don't remember.
Alright guys, if today's episode has added value to you, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our future episode. Also, let me know in the comments which coin or project you would like us to feature in our next video. And remember, whether you are looking at prophecy, crypto, or any investment opportunity, always do your own research, seek wisdom, and make informed decisions. Until next time, this is Prophetic Coins and Prophetic Voices, where faith, fundamentals, and the future meets. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and let us meet in my next video, bringing you insights to the opinions of people about the state of crypto. Then you can count on us on this channel. On this channel, we help you to understand the bullishness and the bearishness of the community about the coins you are holding or the coins you are about to buy. Kindly hit the like button and subscribe if you are yet to do so you will get notified once we post our next video. I'm your host, Shino Oladele. Thanks for watching, and let us meet in my next video.